Hey y'all, Toad here. Well, some of you have been following the bee saga. You know, bottom line, we have had a population explosion. And we got going here. We're going to do an inspection and see what is going on. And man, right now, they are not too thrilled with the smoke. We're gonna smoke it pretty good. Hopefully keep everybody kind of calm. And man, that hive is buzzing. Well, we're going to open this thing up and see what's going on. And I can tell you, that thing is buzzing. Kind of really, it looks like I'm overdoing the smoke, but I can't tell you. There's a lot of bees in the air. The last few times I've done this with this much smoke, man, there were not anywhere near this amount of bees in the air. Let's hope they stay friendly. But, oh, get this tool under here. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. Oh my. There's a lot of bees. And the question was I going to think about putting the second, a little bit of smoke, and you just hear them. And you just hear them. Now, the question was I going to put the second hive on there? You know, the next super? But by the looks of things, that's not even a question. Man alive. Okay, so I've had a few people ask me to show in a little more detail, and if there's noise in the background, I apologize. The day I picked to do this, wouldn't you know, they decided to put a new curbing in the neighbor's house, so try and ignore that if you can. Anyway, a little more detail in the things that I'm doing here. Keep in mind, I'm no pro. Man, I have been doing this for about 6-8 months maybe. You can go back and look at the original video for when it started. It hasn't been long. Definitely hasn't been a year. So what you see here is the super. This is the second one. And here you can see the foundations. They're just wax. Excuse me, they're plastic. Here's a close-up of one. I'm going to freak the camera out. They're just a piece of white plastic that have the shape. Let me see if we can do this again. Woo, hope there's no epileptics in the crowd. Anyway, you can see it has the shape of the comb already pressed into it. And then there's a film of beeswax on it. So it kind of, like the name implies, it's a foundation for them to build on. And these are the frames that I made, and basically all you do is snap those into here. And I'll go ahead and show that, and then we'll fill the rest of this super up. Okay, here we are on my extremely messy workbench, but you can see the channels that got cut down in there, and we're just going to slide the top. And I don't know if there's any better or worse way to do it, but I slide the top in first, and then just put a little bend and get it started, and it just snaps right into the groove that we put in the bottom when we built it. And now it fits in there, pretty snug, and we try and keep the gaps on the sides as little as possible. And there we go. We'll go ahead and put it over in the super. And let me finish them up, and then we'll just keep going. And there we've got all the foundations in the frames, and we're ready to go out there and start stacking them up. Now I know some of you observant folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These go to 11. Oh boy. I am surprised. Okay, well, what I'm going to try and do is get everybody in the hive, and I'm going to take a couple of frames out and put them into the upper super. Now what I don't want to do is obviously move the queen. So what I got here, let me show you this real quick. There's the new super with 3 frames removed. Now I'm going after get everybody in there. Now I'm going after 3 full ones, or at least 3 with a goodly amount on them. And by the looks of things, that ain't gonna be too difficult. Watch out, dear. There's a lot. First one I'm going after here. Let's see what we got, but boy, it's heavy. At least it feels heavy. Alright, let's pull it on out of there. Look at all the brood. Look at that. Now I'm looking for is my queen. Look at all that honey. Alright. Now we're going to set that one down inside the new box. And I think I'm going to take you know what? I'm going to take this one. Look at that, just stuck together, huh? I'll take this little guy. Again, lots of honey on that one. Not so much on the back side, so we'll put that one right in the middle. And I need one more. You can see there is a lot. Not that much on this one. So we'll just move this one over a tad. And I think I'm going to take this one right here on the end. This thing is, I mean, I can just already feel the weight of it. It's got a lot in it. I don't want to squish anybody. You're going to see a bunch here. Look at that. Look at that there. And I don't see the queen. And then we'll put that in there. Very gently. Now we're going to return these. Out of the way, girls. We're going to return these empties down in here. Now this queen is just laying, boy. She is putting out an amazing amount of eggs. And it's been looking good. Now, I'm just going to kind of try and get, I don't want to squish too many. And they're getting a little agitated. They're starting to bounce off me a little bit. And then we'll put that right on top. Everything's nice and equal. Best I can, anyway. And then we'll put the inner cover back on. There's a lot of them bearding on the top of the inner cover here, so get that away. There we go. Woo! And then we'll put our outer cover back on. And now, woo-hoo, we have a 2-story hive. I don't know how much I got in the camera there, but if I did, oh well, I'll just deal with it. All that's left right now is to go ahead and feed them. But now you can see this hive is 2 stories tall. It's got two 9-inch supers on it. So I'm going to take the jar here, get rid of some stragglers, and go get the go fill it up. Okay, well, I got their jar here. Try not to squish anybody. There we go. And let me move the camera and I'll talk at you a little bit. All right, well, there we go. They're all settled in there, and they will make quick work of that. Now, just to answer, I've gotten a bunch of questions about this whole process and channel questions in general, so I'll just address those now if y'all don't mind. The first and most obvious question is, you know, Toad, how many times have you been stung? All right, on this hive, I have been stung, I think, twice. Once just recently, when I wasn't paying attention, and I was holding the cover in my hand, and a bee came and got right there, in that little spot, and she got me. That was mostly because I was holding the cover in my hand, wasn't paying attention, and they were actually walking up my hand. So inattention on my part. The other time was, if you look in a video past, when Mr. Dirtrooster and I were goofing around with this hive, doing a combining. That was late at night. That was very, very late in the day. Not what you should be doing. And we were really, really messing around with the bees. I'll put that video's URL in here so you can go watch it if you want to see. I got hit pretty good then. Other than that, no. You know, you work the hive when it's middle of the day, nice and sunny. Don't make a whole lot of, you know, super sudden moves, and just, you know, go about your business with authority. And so far, I haven't had any problem with getting nailed. I was just, as I was doing that, what you just watched, I was in a pretty decent-sized cloud of bees while I was literally taking that hive apart. And yeah, they started bouncing off me a little bit. If you ever, all haven't seen that happen, is that they literally will just fly into you and bounce off. And that's kind of a warning, saying, hey, you know, you don't need to be here. So there was a little bit of that, bounced off my legs. I'm wearing shorts, sneakers, a light-colored, like a reddish-colored t-shirt, and a pair of gloves. And so far, you know, this has worked for me. Another question I got is about Africanized bees. Yeah, I know they're over in Texas, but except for one report that it really hasn't been verified, no, that's just not something I'm worried about over here. I am over on the Louisiana-Mississippi border in South Louisiana, so give you an idea where I'm at, where this hive is actually. Next question, cost. I built the hive. I built pretty much everything you see. The only thing that was purchased was the foundations and a queen. Pretty much built everything else. So the total cost is less than $100 right now into this completely. And half of that $100 was shipping in a queen off season. she sent me back a little over $50 with the overnight shipping. So that was, you know, something I didn't want to do, but I also didn't want to wait till the spring again and try and score another swarm. So I wanted to get things going. So that was my deal. Legal. You just got to check with your local codes. The honeybee is the state bee of Louisiana. So not only are they encourage you to do it, my only thing I had to do here was the size of the property allows me only 2 hives, and that means 2 separate hives, not 2 hive bodies like you see here. There's no limit on how high you can go, how many supers you can put on there. You just can only have 2 colonies. So that's the rules here, and they're protected. You don't have to worry too much about that. Some of you mentioned the registration sticker on the side. Yeah, that didn't even cost anything. That's actually more so the state can keep an eye on how they're doing, and also they contact the mosquito abatement people to make sure that they don't come by and spray their insecticides anywhere near your hive. So that's what the red sticker is that you see on there. Now, as far as just general channel, yeah, I haven't been making a lot of videos because I've got a lot of stuff going on, but just not a whole lot I'm willing to share right now. I don't like to make videos of stuff that I'm not going to complete and get it started and then stop, you know? So hopefully the news on that front will be coming pretty soon, and I'll tell you all about it no matter how it works out. But that's why it's been kind of quiet in the in the videos thing. I imagine it's going to pick up quite a bit here in the near future. But for right now, I'll just share with you what I'm actually getting accomplished. So let me get out of here. This is running a little longer than I wanted it to, but you know, so far so good. There's super number 2. The next step, hopefully, is going to be putting a queen excluder and a 3rd super up on top, and that will be the super that we're going to target for honey for us. So let me get these gloves off so I can turn the camera off. And all right, y'all. Thanks a lot for your patience, and we'll see you next time around.